Okay, welcome back everyone. Welcome to a new trading week. This is Jeff here with FXMindshift, and this is your Sunday weekly review. So if you take a look at the calendar this week, we've got a holiday right off the bat. So Monday, we've got a bank holiday for Euro, and we also have a bank holiday for USD, which is Veterans Day. So you might expect a little bit less movement on the charts on Monday, probably a little bit sluggish to open the week. But throughout the rest of the week, we do have a few other red folders, every other day. So Tuesday, we've got for GBP claim account change. Wednesday, we've got CPI. That should be interesting because CPI is always a big market mover. So Wednesday is definitely one to watch out for. Thursday, we've got core PPI, PPI unemployment claims. And then we have a Fed Chair Powell speech really late in the afternoon. So this may not affect your trading, if you're trading just London and New York session. But, at the end of the day, we've got a speech from Fed Chair Powell, so that might shake things up a bit as well. And then on Friday, we've got just a couple of our normal red folders, GBP, GDP, and then core retail sales and retail sales in the New York session at 8:30 a.m. All right, so let's take a look at our charts. We're going to go over to the dollar index first. So starting with our top-down analysis on the monthly, as you can see here, we are back up in the consolidation running towards the highs over here. Okay, I've marked the swing highs as the next liquidity targets if we are to remain in this monthly consolidation, because as you see, we are just bouncing back and forth from the top and bottom of the ranges. We had recently taken out the low, the internal low down here, okay, and then we saw the big shift to the upside. So last month and this month is a continuation. So we will expect price to continue back up towards the highs here and look to target these swing highs up here. So 106.50 is a potential target. We may even come up and take out the high above 107.30 as well, and trade into this nice big imbalance as well. So monthly bullish, okay, monthly direction, and let's drop down to the weekly. So on the weekly, as you can see, we have also a bullish order flow, right? Bullish move up to the highs here. We are trading up into this weekly OB, and we did get a reaction, right? So it's still closed bullish, but we did get a reaction from the highs there. So we may get a little pushback back down, but ultimately we will still look for this to continue higher and run out those highs, right? So let's drop down to the daily. And from the daily, we can see that we did create a little swing high there, but we did break the previous internal high structure, right? So one of the major structures, we did break to the upside with a pretty significant bullish candle. So, a little pullback here and then a big break above. We're getting another pullback here into the consolidation, right? Mitigating the swing highs over here. And then we'll look for price to continue up from this movement. So I would expect price to continue bullish, right? As we were expecting it. And from the 4-hour chart, you can see this nicely now. Really nice big imbalance from the gap upwards, right? Price retraced back into that, mitigated the swing high over here, right? And we get the nice reaction and then a push above. So we'll look to target this high over here at the start of the week, 105.40s, okay, 105.45 or thereabouts. So we'll look for something like a stop hunt low rise up, okay, and a continuation of this internal bullish trend here, right? So a little fake out start of the week and then a continuation up, and then taking out the highs is the next step. All right, so we'll see if that plays out for us for DXY. Let's move over to Euro dollar. Okay, so monthly top down on Euro dollar, as you can see, pretty much the flip of DXY as expected. So we had just finished taking out the internal highs over here inside of the big monthly consolidation. Okay, so now looking for price to come back towards the liquidity at the lows, okay, of the range. So this would be our next target to the downside. Lows down here just below 106 big figure. Okay, so we'll look to see price continue down and take out that internal low, maybe even take out this as well down here, and that's going to be below 104.50. That's a little bit longer term, of course, right? And remember that these are monthly candles. Okay, so let's take a look at the weekly chart. Okay, and the weekly also making its way down towards the low here. We are getting a reaction at the bullish OB at the bottom of the range. Okay, and you can see that so far price has held each of these OBs and continued bullish. So we'll have to see if we get a break below or not of the level here. But, you know, as we have closed bullish with a big bullish engulfing candle to the previous week here, I'm going to be expecting price to continue lower unless we get some sort of big, you know, turnaround sometime this week. All right, so we drop down to the daily. Let's take a look. All right, so same thing here. We have a daily swing low broken to the downside. Nice retracement that we had here back into the range, and it looked like we had probably a chance for price to continue to retrace higher. However, the big move on Wednesday here, right, took price all the way back down, took out the lows, okay, and then this nice retracement and continuation. So we are holding, as I said, the OB down at the bottom of the range. That will determine whether or not we will see price continue lower, but I would like to see continuation to the downside, break through, right, and so essentially we'll be looking for the continuation. So maybe a fake out in the start of the week, just like we're expecting for the dollar, right, and move up, and then a continuation down, and so on and so forth. Okay, and see if we get down to those levels below 106 big figure and then 104.50. Okay, so 4-hour chart. Let's see if we can get some clarity there on the 4-hour. On H4, we can see that we have made a retracement back into this nice little key area here. This was where we gapped up the previous week, right? And you can see here we gapped up and then we came back down here to fill the gap. But we not only filled the gap, we went straight through the gap, right? And that's usually pretty significant, as we would expect price to fill the gap and continue going in the direction that it was going. But it went straight through the gap, and you can see it created this nice little overlapping area here, where the swing high, or the swing low rather here, was mitigated. And then price came back to retest that zone, which gave us a nice rejection, and then the big move down here that we got. So looking for price to come down and take out that low next here, right? So we will look for price to continue back to make the lower high here, and then the continuation down for EU. Okay, let's drop over to GU next. All right. GU on the monthly top down, so we can see that price had reached up into a nice monthly OB and given us a very nice reaction to the downside. Okay, so continuing to carry the momentum down to the monthly OB was the idea. Okay, you can see here that we are currently getting some slowdown here, so a little bit of congestion, but we will want to see price continue down, just like we will expect that for EU as well. So let's drop down to the weekly and see if we get the same view here. So on the weekly, we can see that price has taken out the previous swing high, big shift down with the change of character, right, and price continuing to slowly make its way down to that weekly OB area here, right. So far, as we saw in Euro, price had continued to hold the OB each of these lows here, right, and continued higher. So we'll have to see if price will give us the same reaction here, or if price will continue and break through, right? And if we do get a breakthrough, just like we would expect on the euro dollar, same thing, right? Breakthrough, retest of the area, then the continuation down, further down into the range, taking out all of these lows down here in the process. That would be the target on the way down, right? Going to the daily chart, okay, seeing if that kind of fits with the daily narrative, we can see that price has started this big kind of consolidation area. Okay, so a little bit of price holding at the OB area down here. Okay, after the imbalance fill, we can see that it reacted a couple times to this OB here. So far, it hasn't broken below it, so it still could possibly move up from this point, right, creating that higher low. So we want to see, this is where we basically need to see price break below or break above, or continue above for the bullish order flow to continue. So if we go to the H4 and we take a look at the last break of structure, you'll notice that there's some heavy manipulation going on here in this range. We came down and we took out the low, but we also took out the high prior to that. So we've taken out both ends of the range, and we've come back right into the middle of the range and consolidate it again. Okay, so this could go either way. Honestly, we want to see where price is headed. We want to see if it will continue to break below the last level here, or if we continue higher, right? And that should give us and dictate the direction that it will go after that, so long as we see, you know, that break in that directional move. Okay, so we're kind of in the middle here, so I would probably sit on my hands on GU for a little bit until that gets more clear for us. All right. All right, so let's go over to gold. And from the monthly view, we can see that we have a nice bearish candle forming here. So we weren't able to continue higher, right, from the previous month's high, the all-time highs that we've made, right, and price has started to retrace back into the range of that big monthly candle. So from the monthly standpoint, there's potentially a swing high forming here, right, and potentially a reversal happening here. Still a little bit too early to tell here on the monthly, but if we drop down to the weekly, okay, we can see that we have a very nice pin bar at the top here, a nice 3-bar swing formation. Okay, so certainly looking like we will get a retracement or a reversal after making this all-time high here. Okay, so it looks very promising for price to continue to drop lower. If we get price to drop below the swing low here, then that will be a weekly change of character, and then we could expect probably the right shoulder and then the continuation down following that. Okay, so if we go to the daily chart, you'll probably see that a little bit clearer here, but we can see here the daily did give us already the change of character from this little move higher, right? We saw the breakdown below, and now we're getting the retest of the area, okay, here, and the imbalance fill. So if we are going to be bearish, and if this is a reversal, we should see price hold this level here, creating that lower high, and then the right shoulder, and then the continuation down. Okay, it looks like it's already moving down, so it could just move down from here. Let's drop down to the 4-hour just to make sure what we're seeing here. Okay, so on the 4-hour, we've got the break of structure. We've got the nice shift, nice big momentum candles to the downside here, and now the retracement back into the H4 OB. Okay, so we'll look for price to continue down from here, right, after the imbalance fill. We could see price maybe continue to roll higher here, so we have to see if this imbalance holds and gives us a higher low. And if we do roll higher, then we'll probably look to come back into this higher imbalance up here, or at least maybe retest the areas up here again before making that move if we are going to be bearish. So I would like to see price do something like this. Okay, if we do come back into the range, or I would just like to see price go from here on this reaction and continue down. Okay, so a couple scenarios I could have in there for gold, but either way, we are starting to see, you know, much more promising shift in reversal. So, you know, that could be when it starts, right? And last but not least, we've got NASDAQ. So let's jump over the NASDAQ chart here. On the monthly, we have now made all-time highs. From last week, we traded through the 21K level, right, as you can see here, and broke that swing high. So never really got any kind of momentum downwards, right, for the reversal. After price was projected so nicely off of this big monthly OB here, you can see that we never even, you know, made it past a low point here, and just kept going up and up. And then finally, you know, this month we could see at the start of the month here, very nice bullish momentum up through the highs here. Okay, so continuing to look for bullish moves higher. If we go to the weekly chart, you can see a very nice bullish weekly close at the end of the week. Okay, and we'll certainly look for momentum to continue. From there, broke the weekly high and the high of the structure. Okay, so we'll look to see price come back into the range here and back to the consolidation, right, and continue higher. If we drop down to the daily, all right, we can see even more bullishness, right? You can see that we had a series of bullish days and just kept going higher and higher. Okay, broke the structure, and now you know, looks like we might get a pullback here, but still looking pretty bullish for me. So we might see a reversal happening here, right? And if we do, if we drop to the 4-hour, we can see that it's starting to form right now, but even though, you know, it's not really giving us much of a confirmation. So on the 4 hour here, right, this could be the swing high, but, you know, given that we are bouncing from the big imbalance here and continuing higher, we'll have to see price break, you know, the previous week high level, right, for it to continue going. Otherwise, we could see a bigger retracement back down, or at least come back down to fill some of this imbalance here. So look to fill the 4 hour imbalance if we start to break down. Okay. Otherwise, we'll look for price to just continue upwards and follow the bullish order flow in the higher time frame. Okay, and that is the rundown. So really short and sweet this week. We are getting towards the you know, the winter periods, right? So this is when the trading starts to slow down at the end of the year, towards the Christmas time and the New Year's holiday. You know, the volume always starts to thin out, and, you know, things start to get sluggish. So enjoy the moves. We are getting some nice moves still from the fall period here, and it's still, you know, giving us nice setups and volatility that is entering the market that we can capitalize on. But, you know, pretty soon it'll start to die down. So that'll be when we want to kind of ease off the brakes a little bit. All right, so that is a rundown for this week. If you guys have any questions at all, you can drop them in the comments of the video below. Otherwise, if you want to reach me directly, you can message me on Telegram, or if you join our free community, which there will be a link in the description below, you can get access to all of our free tutorials, our free course materials, and also help to improve your trading with our free resources. And also you can get in touch with me in the free community chat, where you can, you know, ask me any kind of questions, or, you know, get help from me when I'm available. For those of you that would like to join the VIP and get with the daily analysis, join the VIP group with other traders just like you, learning how to improve their game, and you know, every week just kind of getting together and discussing the markets. That is an option as well. After you guys join the free membership, there is an option for you guys to join and upgrade to VIP. So that will be available as well, but I encourage you to join the free membership first before joining the VIP. And that is pretty much it. So that's the rundown, guys. If you have any other questions, let me know. Good luck with your trades this week. We will see you guys on the next video.
Feel me.